You don't know what happened. I'm sure Tom will get out. He'll find a guard. Thank you, Tony. Tony, get on mic 3 because there's no room mic. So we are. Yeah, that's the one. You can pull it up. You don't have to scratch. Look at Tony's crouching on the ground.
Yeah, I actually I got a chance. I didn't get a phone today, but I got a chance to try it out with one of the specialists in the store. And my question this whole time with the FaceTime was, what happens if you switch it to Wi-Fi? So he actually showed it to me. It actually works seamlessly. So we had a regular phone call, and we're like, okay, let's do FaceTime. So we went into the settings, turned on Wi-Fi, went back to the call.
Now FaceTime's enabled, and you can do it.
Yeah. So you don't even have to hang up.
So as long as, so you could start a call on 3G, and or not even 3G, you could start calling on phone.
Yeah.
And not have Wi-Fi.
Right.
And move to a spot with Wi-Fi and then turn on FaceTime. Yeah. That's good to know.
Yeah. But then
Tony, what do you use for a phone?
I have the Incredible.
Would you consider switching? Yeah, I mean, you've got one of the best phones out there in the market. Look at that screen. It's beautiful.
The only reason I would switch is FaceTime.
FaceTime.
And if I'm not going to FaceTime right now.
Right.
I'm not.
I have to say, I was a little skeptical about FaceTime, and I've changed my tune now that we've done a few FaceTime calls. Not only does it look good, I could see a real value for somebody like us for broadcasting. It's incredible.
My only question is, so if I'm on a 3G call and I want to FaceTime, now that I'm on FaceTime, is AT&T still charging me?
No.
They're not.
Well, what they said is FaceTime calls do not count against your minutes. Huh. But if you transferred from an existing no, it doesn't. They're not, because you are making in all cases with a FaceTime call, you do make a standard phone call first.
Okay.
To make the connection, and then you transfer to FaceTime. So apparently your minutes stop now. That's what Apple said. What are you looking at? Tom Merritt?
Yes.
Come here, my friend. Come here. I got to give you a big hug.
I got something for you.
You rock. Oh, baby, come to Papa.
Thank Pat at the Apple.
Thank you, Pat at the Apple Store. We won't use a last name on that one. No, thank you, Tom. And I guess we need to give Tom a check.
That's Mike.
That's awesome. Well, and I have another one coming in 3 weeks, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll activate this one with the other phone number. We'll figure that out when the time comes. So we are tearing down the iPhone 4. Wayne Rivas is here from BrokeMyIPhone.com, an iPhone repair facility in here in actually very close to Petaluma. He's in Roanoke Park, California, and he's been taking apart the iPhone. We're now down almost to the case.
Yep, we're pretty much.
So show us, okay, what's that ribbon at the bottom there that's a connect? What is that?
This one is the bottom charging port along with the
keep it a little lower so it's in the camera shot right there. Yeah. I should have put a bullseye on your towel.
Yeah, there we go. This one's the bottom charging port with the microphone, and then it plugs into the logic board here.
Okay.
And of course the camera.
You got it pretty well pulled apart. If you
do pretty much. That's pretty much.
Can you zoom out a little bit, Ken, so we can just see all of the assembled pieces there? Because he's filled his towel now.
Yep.
With stuff. I mean, you got a ton of stuff on that towel there. How many parts are there total? Do you know?
There's probably counting the screws, probably like 50.
It's quite a few.
Yeah.
Quite a few. Let me see the back panel there. Yeah. So that's just glass.
Yeah, it's actually glass and kind of composite there.
And they're doing this lamination. I mean, the glass has virtually no thickness.
Yeah,
it's very thin. Yeah, as you can see, but it's not so thin that it can't break. It can absolutely break. And then what else? Oh, look, that's interesting. It has a little twit logo. Where was that in the iPhone?
It's right here in the middle. There we go.
Little did we know, it's a message from Steve. He said, here you go. So, and now let me look at the screen. Now, this is the replacement screen, the white one.
This one is a white one.
Is that a screen, or is it just a screen cover?
This is just the digitizer, the actual touch screen
part. Oh, that's interesting. So this... well, that's interesting. So explain to me how this works. This goes over the LCD panel?
The LCD kind of fits up flush to the back of there.
I thought they were gluing this.
They're fused together.
So when you do a repair, can you fuse it?
When we get replacement parts, we're actually replacing the whole piece. We'll replace the digitizer.
You wouldn't normally use this by itself.
We wouldn't normally use that.
So this is really not very useful for you at this point. You'll get the LCD.
We've got the LCD. I just didn't bring one with me.
No, that's fine. I'm just curious. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, the actual LCD will actually sit kind of flush right back.
Right on top of that. Well,
but it's kind of weird. The suppliers actually had the white white front.
Nobody has a
white
white
back.
phone. But
Nobody has a white phone. But while we've got it apart here, I'll kind of show you.
Tom, they're saying you look kind of tired. How early did you have to get up?
I only got up at 5. It really wasn't that early.
Oh, that's not so bad. Yeah.
I'm just.
Are you happy you got it?
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of happy you got me one.
Well, I'm sure you are.
I'm really stoked. I'm a Nexus 1 user, very happy. Got my replacement Nexus 1 in the mail yesterday, and I was so happy to get it home and set it up and everything. But I have to confess that maybe it's the I'm drinking the Kool-Aid or something, but I'm getting pretty excited. Now, here's an iPad that's been torn down.
Here's an iPad, and you can see, it's really similar in the design now. The plugs are, it's a small,
that's interesting.
Small logic board right
There's
here.
There's a real family. Yeah, that was one of the things that when I first saw an iPad Teardown is there's so much room in the iPad.
I mean, what takes up the most room is those 2 double batteries right there, in the middle.
That's the 10 hours right there.
Yeah. And of course, you've got your SIM card over to the side here. It's pretty much the same as the new iPhone. So.
This has been one of my concerns here is I don't have the original iPhone that this is replacing, the 3GS, because it was lost. But it's a micro SIM in this one now, which is physically just bigger. I mean, it's the same chip.
The same chip on the chip itself is the same. It's just the outer plastic.
Right. So. The Twit logo does not come with the iPhone. That's
not standard.
Not standard with the iPhone. So I presume that I could just plug this in and it will say, "Oh, are you an existing ATT account holder?"
It should.
And I say yes, and I give it the phone number. It says, "Okay, this is now that phone number."
Yeah.
Now, what happens then when I get the next one? I have no idea. I may have an extra iPhone, but that's okay. We'll use it for the studio because we need one.
Whenever I got mine in, I took the micro SIM out and just cut my SIM card down.
You can do that.
You can do that.
You can cut it down.
And they make it a little adapter to where if I want to put it back in a 3D.
How hard is it to cut down? You don't cut it with a X-Acto knife, do you?
I did. I took, like this really sharp razor blade and kind of went down the edges and then just kind of broke it off. But yeah, the outer surroundings is just pretty much plastic. So
that's good to know. You could take a micro SIM, a regular SIM, and cut it down and make it a micro SIM.
And they make a little adapters now.
I still probably have to activate it. We're not going to worry about this. So there you go. That's a complete iPhone 4 teardown. Wayne Rivas from BrokeMyIPhone.com has all the pieces. Is it like a gun where you take it apart and you can put it back together again? Can you do that in the dark?
Pretty much. I've taken this one apart a couple of times, and
you're getting pretty good at it.
I've been using it, so it still works after I get it back.
Show us that micro SIM. It's not as micro as I thought. It actually is just slightly smaller than a regular SIM, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, right here.
Put it on the Twit. There you go.
And that's actually one I cut down. And here's
that's a cut down one.
That's a cut down one.
Okay.
Here's the actual one.
And then from the iPad, this, which also uses a micro SIM, this is an actual micro SIM. It's the same size, obviously. So that's the point is that it's the plastic.
It is just the plastic.
That's different. The actual chip, the smart chip that's identifying your phone is exactly the same. Exactly.
I just started restoring the new iPhone from backup.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving me about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So you hadn't activated till you got here.
Well, it's activated. Just hasn't.
How'd you get out of the parking lot?
I just put my little card in the slot.
Oh, okay. Tony was afraid we wouldn't get you back. He said, when Tony got here, he said, I don't know if Tom's going to make it.
Why? What was the...
He said the gate was open when you came in.
Oh, yeah. But I still took a card, so...
Oh, all right.
He just drives faster than I do.
Yeah, that's the problem. Can we see the Wayne? They want to see the lower left corner of the antenna. They want to see where the antenna is in the iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
On the iPhone.
Yeah.
It's actually. Let's see. You can see the pieces here. They're actually kind of got a.
Talk into them. I hate.
They've actually have a piece of plastic or some kind of plastic in between each antenna, but
they've insulated them. Of course, that makes sense. Yeah.
You've got this one that kind of comes up the side here.
So that's the 3G antenna.
Yeah, the one on the left-hand side is the 3G.
Okay.
And the other is the Wi-Fi antenna.
The Wi-Fi is on the right-hand side, and then the bottom, the U-shaped